Hello once again. This is your professor, Danny Reneta Cabulay, on the course Entrepreneurial Management. This is video lecture number 6, specially recorded for my students in San Beda College, Alabang. For this particular video, we will talk about online businesses and we'll also talk about pre-organization tips. So, have you ever thought about doing an online business? This is also called e-business. It refers to any business that includes sharing of information, selling, promotion, purchase or exchange of products and services across the internet and social media platforms or apps. It creates awareness of the products and services offered. It allows customers to transact in various ways. You can actually inquire, research, compare, negotiate, reserve, buy, pay, you can call, or you can text, you can even complain, etc. So maraming pwedeng gawin sa online business. Payment transactions may be in cash or contactless. That means you can use bank transfer, credit card, debit card, payment apps like PayMaya, GCash, and other forms of electronic wallet. Testimonials are oftentimes sought from satisfied customers, so the products and services can be promoted further. And what is a more powerful tool than a satisfied customer? Some online businesses have been reported as scams due to numerous complaints on irregular and unfair practices. Well, I just noticed that the top 5 most popular online businesses are those related to food. Kayo ba nakapag-order na ng pagkain through online transactions? Yes, especially during the pandemic. Sabi, bawal lumabas. Therefore, everything is at the click of your fingertips. So you can order food and get it delivered within a matter of 1 hour or even less. And you just pay for what they call the shipping fee or the delivery fee. Another popular business during the pandemic online would be supplements, no? Vitamins, yan. Also, gadgets. Have you ordered some gadgets through online businesses? Or maybe short courses, tutorials, or even coaching, webinars. Or even fashion items like bags, clothes, accessories. Or even get some Instagram sponsorship. Kaya marami yung mga tinatawag natin na nagva-viral because the vloggers themselves are already becoming sponsors. And then, especially kung maganda yung mga pictures na tinake mo sa Instagram, they could buy it from you and you can become, your pictures could be endorsing other companies or products. Vlogs. I'm a vlogger myself because I upload my lectures on YouTube. So if you look at Michael Porter's 5 forces of the market model, also called the Porter framework, sabi ni Dr. Michael Porter, in any industry, there are 5 very critical forces. The competition or the competing companies, the new entrants, the substitutes, also known as the indirect competitors. Then you have the suppliers and the all-important customers, or sometimes they're called buyers or clients. These are the 5 forces of the market. We will study them in greater detail later on when we talk about the marketing plan. Okay? So if you thought about businesses like maybe empanada or a pet shop or handicrafts like neck pillows or even sweets like desserts or candies in beautifully packed boxes that you see in stores. Have you thought about who are they competing with? Is there any new player in the market? What are their substitutes? Who would be their target market and who is supplying them? Okay? Now, when you are in the pre-organization step, there are so many tips you could possibly consider. Like you want to develop an excellent prototype, seek assistance of a reliable or competent consultant, somebody who is going to advise you, avail of fiscal incentives such as the Bambi law, which I mentioned earlier, the Board of Investments, Investments Priorities Plan, the PESA, etc. Beware also of fixers in government agencies. It's best that you do things on your own. Don't avail of fixers. Do not even entertain the thought of getting their services. Check out permits and accreditation in specific industries. Develop a realistic sales forecast, and it should be linked to procurement. Ensure adequate working capital, something that's good for 6 months. Huwag ka lang mag-allocate ng working capital good for 1 month or 2 months. That's too small. It's not advisable to buy property for your site. Maybe it's good to just rent. Okay? Because if you buy property, that would entail millions. And dun mauubos ang pondo mo. Supervise well construction and procurement so you will not overshoot your budget. Develop sweetheart deals with landlords and suppliers. Get as much savings that you can. Hire best fit employees. The emphasis should be on attitude and values rather than skills or intelligence. Instill integrity in all processes. Here's a case study entitled From Fashion to Food. This is the case of Raymond. By the way, all the case studies I've used in my lectures are true to life. They are really real cases. Okay? Totoong mga nangyari. It's just that I cannot disclose their names, okay, to protect their privacy. So here's the story of Raymond, a tourism graduate. He carved a 16-year career as a fashion and styling director. So, yung mga nakikita nating covers ng mga glossy magazines, no? Like Metro Magazine, Cosmopolitan, siya yung director dun sa mga covers na yon. So, he's a fashion director. Very famous, very active, very busy person. And he was my former student. And he currently owns a successful events company. I will not mention the name, but it's very successful. Yung mga pageants like Miss World or maybe some of the photo shoots, no? Abroad and here locally, siya ang nagpro-produce ng mga yon. Okay? Mga festivals, for example, beauty pageants, personality searches, yeah. Okay? On the onset of the pandemic, he realized that much of his business would severely be affected, resulting in a sharp decrease, in fact, in bookings and projects. So, nagsarap basically, shelve muna lahat ng projects. Kasi pandemic, so bawal lumabas, walang physical contact, nawalan siya ng mga projects. Canceled lahat yung mga events. Instead of sulking in a corner and entertaining depression, of course, marami ang na-depress, kasama siya kasi nawalan siya ng projects. Hindi niya alam kung siya pa ay mabubuhay, kung may career pa siya, katapusan na ba ng mundo, etc. He thought of trying out one of his passions, cooking family favorite dishes and selling them online. Mahilig siya magluto. Naisip niya, teka, mag-experiment nga ako sa kusina. Nagluto siya, pinatikim niya yung mga paborito ng pamilya niya, tapos sabi niya, ibenta ko kaya to. Clever idea. That's what he did, no? His first product was laing paired with crispy bagnet. And he advertised 2 sizes in social media. He calls them small tub at 125 pesos and the large tub at 250 pesos. He advertised for 2 days just among friends, neighbors, and relatives and was able to get 50 orders. He earned cash sales of 9,375 and with a food cost of 28%, made a 6,750 peso profit just for day 1. So, sabi niya, what if I do this every day? Wow, I'll have good money. Okay? So that was his debut on online selling. First time. He repeated the same cycle, offering only one dish per day. Kaya puro the same dish, para isa lang yung niluluto niya, hindi siya malilito, hindi siya matataranta, at hindi malaki ang gastos o inventaryo or wastage. Paano pag wala nag-order? Sayang yung pagkain. Nagluluto lang siya kapag may order. So he accepts pre-orders, no? So hindi siya yung iluluto niya tomorrow based on the orders that he received the previous night. Okay? So meron siyang cut-off na tinatawag. Then he repeated the same cycle, this time offering only one dish per day. Today, ang iluluto naman niya, for example, is creamy baked pesto chicken. The following day, ang iluluto naman niya, beef caldereta. Then balik na naman siya uli sa laing with crispy bagnet. And he earned something like 70,000 for the first week. 70,000 a week is not so bad. In 1 month, he could have possibly earned 280,000 pesos. At kusina lang ng nanay niya ang kanyang factory. At mag-isa lang siya. Wala siyang pinapasweldong ibang tao. What do you think about his online business model? Is it good? You like it? Check out the picture that I've shown in the PowerPoint of his products. Actually, I patronized them. In-order ko, tinikman ko, masarap. Highly recommended, especially the chicken pesto. Okay? The creamy baked chicken pesto was phenomenal. Super sarap. Kasi very garlicky and I love garlic baked in the oven. Okay? So again, what is the basic marketing process? Research the target market. Identify market needs. Develop product concept. Check out the competition. Finalize costing and pricing. Design social media advertisement. Launch promo ad campaign. Seek customer feedback. Then engage the customers. Let them comment in YouTube, in Facebook, in TripAdvisor, or any other social media platform. Then evaluate the effectiveness of your campaign. Then innovate the product line. Finally, manage the accounts because you will have regular customers. So these are the steps in basic marketing in an online business. So here are some marketing tips. Spend time dedicated to marketing or have at least one person in charge of promoting your products and services. Always keep abreast of the latest developments in the market. Be a keen observer of the evolving market and consumer behavior. Try to personalize responses when addressing concerns. Ikaw mismo ang sasagot, okay, to their inquiries and complaints of customers, especially the complaints. You want to address them quickly. If you don't, malaking problema yan. Makakasira yan sa pangalan ng negosyo. Harness the power of social media to promote products and services. Protect and take care of the brand at all times. Be consistent with your brand messaging in all your ads and campaigns. Decide if you want to aim for one niche, multiple niches, or mass marketing. Ibig sabihin, gusto mo ba mag-serve lang sa isang market segment, or several market segments, or all market segments? That is mass marketing. Choose to serve a market segment that is still unserved, profitable, and sustainable and growing. That's the best. HR tips. Hire employees with integrity and do a rigid background check on the new hires. Baka mamaya ang mga ma-hire mo may mga track record na hindi maganda. May criminal record, for example. Develop a basic code of discipline for all employees and implement that. Orient and train new hires. Organize a clear work schedule for all employees. Utilize intervention wisely. Mentoring, counseling, and coaching. Compensate employees in accordance with the law, provide statutory benefits to employees such as SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig. Establish teamwork and camaraderie among your employees. Empower only the right employees, those you trust and who are capable. Obtain feedback and suggestions from employees regularly. Be careful with family members in the company. Some may feel privileged and may tend to abuse. Now, when you talk about efficient staffing, in order to minimize excessive labor costs, it is important to hire only the right number of employees in your firm. Being understaffed will result in higher labor costs arising from overtime pay or hiring casual workers and potential increased absenteeism and lower productivity. The formula for efficient staffing is days the business operates multiplied by the daily manning required divided by the days the employees work. For example, a small coffee shop operating from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., that's two shifts, requires one barista who is also the dishwasher and one cashier who is also the housekeeper and acting supervisor. The employees hired are multi-skilled and are interchangeable in their roles. If each employee works 5 days a week and enjoys 2 days off, how many employees must the coffee shop hire assuming it is open 7 days a week? Okay, let's try to substitute the formula. 7 days a week that the business operates multiplied by 4 staff, 2 in the morning shift and 2 in the afternoon or evening shift. Multiply that, that's 28, divided by 5 days, the number of days each employee works. So you're looking at 5.6, or round it to the next, 6 employees, 3 baristas and 3 cashiers. Now, here are some operations and production tips. Develop comprehensive production and operations manual. The quality policy of the company must be clear and cascaded to all. Establish realistic production forecast considering capacity of physical plant, maybe your store, factory, or office, which must be communicated to all pertinent units. Workspaces must be clean, sanitized, orderly, safe, and conducive to work. The plant, office, or store layout must be carefully planned to promote efficiency in all processes. Practice economic order quantity or EOQ and just-in-time or JIT technology. We'll discuss that later on, okay, in succeeding meetings. To minimize cost, pilferage, and spoilage. Worker-related inefficiencies must be coordinated with HR to inject appropriate intervention and impose a stringent quality control mechanism from procurement to packaging. Here's a case study entitled Ayuda from the Resto. Darwin owns a casual dining restaurant in Manila with 28 employees, 12 are kitchen personnel. That means 16 are in offices or maybe in the restaurant. During the pandemic, they closed for a month, that is mid-March to mid-April, but reopened accepting only online orders and takeouts. They gave all employees financial support as well as relief goods for their families, advanced their 13th month pay, and continuously paid their salaries. Food costs sharply rose from 38 to 88% during June, July, and August. So nakakapagtaka. Pandemic pero tumaas ang food cost. It was discovered that all kitchen personnel pilfered inventories, meats, frozen goods, canned goods, etc. Yung mga empleyado ninanakawan ang restaurant on a daily basis as caught in the restaurant's CCTV camera footages with the connivance of the security guards on duty. Kakutsaba ang mga gwardiya. This led to severe losses by the restaurant. The staff took advantage of the generosity of the owners, the laxity of the managers, and security personnel. This really happened. Actually, inaanak ko yung may-ari ng restaurant. Ikwinento niya sa akin ang buong pangyayari. So here are some suggestions that I gave him. Investigate the rampant pilferage and impose disciplinary action after due process. Develop and install stringent internal controls in the restaurant. Hire trustworthy and competent managers and supervisors with strong leadership. So here is the last pop question for this week. Pop question number 6. Make sure you place your answer in the comment section below the YouTube video and submit it not later than Tuesday, September 6. If you were to put up your own business, would you rather hire relatives and friends as employees or not? Explain your answer. There is no right or wrong answer. Try to answer in 1 to 2 sentences only. Let's try to wrap up this week's lecture. So, with finance tips, develop a comprehensive accounting system, fully documented in a manual to be cascaded to all employees, instill strictly internal controls, particularly on specific assets like cash and inventories. Cover all cash custodians in a bond and have a strict policy on cash transactions. I'll talk more about how to post a bond for your employees who are custodians of cash. Install physical security controls such as CCTV camera, double locks, vault, safe, and even security guards in your premises. Ensure adequate capitalization to cover working capital, good for 6 months. Have a strong preference for cash sales over credit sales to ensure liquidity. And finally, ensure compliance with statutory requirements by government agencies. So at the end, you have to look at risk assessment, assess the business risk. This could be fire, accidents and calamities, fierce competition, infringement of intellectual property rights, high attrition of employees, and also assess the financial risk. So financial risks such as pilferage, bad debts, rising interest rates, and theft. So the business plan format is quick and easy. It starts with an executive summary, product and service concept, production or operations plan, human resources plan, marketing plan, financial plan, and risk assessment. This is what we're going to follow for your project. Remember this format. So, first, we'll talk about the product and service concept. This is just an intro. We'll discuss this in great detail later. This section of the business plan showcases what the company is selling and offering to the public. It is a vivid description of the products or types of services that makes the company different from its competitors. For example, restaurants have menus while hotels have types of guest rooms. So that's their product concept. So this section would include a list of products and services, product specifications or service standards, any unique or distinct features. So I will be sending you a sample business plan and I want you to read and study that. So for your project task number 1, I want you to form a team with 3 to 4 members only. So in your class, you may have several teams. Make sure that there would be not more than 4 members. Create an FB group chat named temporarily as follows: the school, SBCA, the course initials, so you can have FM if you're financial management, or HR, or HM if you are human resource management, okay? And then your section, section A, and then the surname of the team leader. Let's say Roberto Marasigan, so Marasigan. So example of a FB group chat name, SBCA, Team FMA, Marasigan. So that's an example. That's how you name your groups. So for your project task number 1, so you will only submit this in the group chat, your team's group chat. So you add me in the group chat, okay, Danny Kabulay on Facebook or Messenger. Send a private message to the professor through the team's FB Messenger group chat indicating the following: the names of your members and your entire team. Only the leader will do this. If the members' FB account names are different from their real names, I want to know your real names, okay? What is your chosen company or business project for this course? So you want to identify the name of the type of business and the company name. Okay, if you have a name already. Make sure that it is a non-existing business in any industry. You can choose any industry. Okay? Then I will approve that. So I'm going to leave you now with a quotation. For this week, Always remember this, no? Follow your ikigai. What are you passionate about? What is your mission in life? What is your vocation and your profession? So find out, what does the world need you? What does the world need, no, from you? What do you love doing? What are you good at? And what can you be paid for? So combining all of this, that is your ikigai. Try to find out what is your ikigai. In doing business, as I said, it's never easy. Just like now, the weather is bad. It's always raining almost every day, one typhoon after another. But remember this, without rain, nothing grows. So learn to embrace the storms of your life. So I'll mention again, how do you say goodbye in Italy? Ciao. Ciao is hello in Italy or Italian. And ciao is also goodbye in Italian. If you want to be sweet, you can say goodbye beautiful, goodbye handsome. So that's ciao bella, ciao bello. Class, this is your professor ending this week's lecture with lecture number 6 for week number 1. This is Professor Danny Cabulay saying ciao.